Hello, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be tackling this area of my workshop. This area has become a bit of a dumping ground. Almost everything on here doesn't actually have a home. So in this video I want to create storage solutions for all the junk that I've got sitting on the top of this work surface. Let's get tinkering. I tried to address this a couple of years ago with these 3D printed stands for my drill bits and impact driver bits. Each one is magnetic, which keeps them nice and tidy, but actually they're a bit of a pain to move. And I found that I don't actually use the magnetic feature, they just always stand as they are now. So it turns out it's not really the best solution. I'm running out of wall space, but I'm thinking that I can utilise this pillar here. So the first thing I need to do is prepare a pine board that I can fix to the wall and to which I'll add all my storage solutions. I start by cutting the board to size. The board will feature a shelf, and I use a scrap piece of ply to make this. You can see me here using my thin strip push block and featherboard. I'll leave a link to videos about these in the description. I also need to make a small aluminium bracket, cutting a piece to size on my benchtop bandsaw, and then bending it to shape in the vise with a little help from a hammer. I smooth all the sharp edges with the file and drill a couple of holes for mounting the bracket. As I'm mounting this bracket to the edge of the board, I'm piloting the holes to prevent splitting. The bracket is more of a guide than a bracket, so it won't be subject to much tension. You can see I've been using my no vice clamping system to hold the board. There's a link in the description on how I made this. Now I'll screw the shelf in place. I need to make another bracket, this one out of wood. It will be used to hang my multimeter test leads. I cut a rebate in one end so that I can mount it to the main board. Pilot the holes for the screws and then drill the holes for the test lead plugs. I'm going to be adding a lot of brackets to the board, so I pilot these holes too. And with the holes in the brick drilled and plugged off camera, I can now mount the board. Okay, while everything's printing, let me tell you a little bit about the Gridfinity small parts system, which I'll just call Gridfinity from now on. Basically, it's a small parts storage system that's completely modular. It's designed for boxes and for drawers, but I'm going to redesign it to work so that it's wall mount. The heart of it are these little square grids. You'd normally place a large grid of these squares where you want to put your small parts system, and then the small parts boxes then fit in the squares. So the small parts bins are all designed with the same profile on the bottom so that they can fit, regardless of their size, to the grid system underneath, and they can also stack on top. Also, they're designed to have little tiny magnets, so that if you want to put them onto a magnetic surface, you can also do that. The purpose really of the grid system is that when you put the parts into a drawer, you don't have to have the drawer full of parts bins for them to not move around. You can open and close the drawer and they're not going to slide about and spill all your contents everywhere. The system was designed by Zach Friedman, and I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. What I've done is I've modified his system. It's all open source. This is exactly what he wanted people to do, to make it so that it works as a wall mount. What I've then done is I've created custom bins that can do things like hold hex bits or hold and display drill bits. And once I've printed them all out, I'll have a new tooled storage system on the wall that's Gridfinity compatible. Because the system is modular and because it's open source, I can create my own parts as and when I need them, and I can change them as my needs change. With the exception of this 3x1 parts bin, I've designed all of the storage systems myself. They're all compatible with Gridfinity and they're all available for free to download and use yourself. So it's just a matter of screwing the Gridfinity wall mounts to the board and then filling all the custom parts bins. This is the fun part. So what do we have? From top to bottom, I have my twist drill bits next to my multimeter. Above them, my brad point bits, and then some hex posi drives and Phillips hex heads. Then my spade bits and my masonry bits. And then at the top, I've got some hex sockets, some star sockets and ceramic bits. And then at the very, very top, just some odds and sods that I don't use very often. And then right in that very corner, I'm hanging my test leads, which always seem to be tangled up and always in the way. So hopefully that's a good solution for those. Well, I've finally cleared this area. It remains to be seen how long it actually stays clear. And I've created storage solutions for all of my drill bits and all of my hex bits. What do you think of this solution? Would you have this in your workshop? Let me know your views in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.